Hey everyone, it's Madison Gesiotto coming to you once again with the good news. Now we have so much wonderful news coming to you from all across the country, and one of those things being that vaccine trials are now open to volunteers here in the United States. They're being led by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. They're going to have an operating center in Seattle, and they're taking 10,000 to 30,000 volunteers per trial. So definitely something you want to keep an eye out on if you're interested or want to learn more. And, we're seeing all across the country stories of people's faith in God leading them through their fights with coronavirus. One of those people is someone you may know as former TV host of American Ride, Stan Ellsworth. Well, this man fought a really difficult fight. He was on a ventilator, wasn't given a great chance to live, but is now home with his wife in Salt Lake City. And he says, I have great faith. Our Heavenly Father hears our prayers and answers them. Fortunately for me, Stan says, he felt answering this one in the affirmative was the way to go. Really, really wonderful to hear that Stan's doing better, as well as so many others who really credit their recovery to prayer and their faith in God. When it comes to reopening, we have some wonderful news. Disney World in Florida is reopened. They're saying it's as magical as ever, but modified, of course, following some of the social distancing guidelines and CDC recommendations. So we'll keep an eye out on Disney World as they continue their reopening. Disneyland in California does unfortunately remain closed, but we're hoping that they'll open soon as well. One other thing, really interesting, guys, herd immunity may be closer than we think. So China first identified a case of coronavirus back in November, but they didn't actually close down the Hubei province until January 23rd, which means that flights here into the United States and other places across the world internationally continued for over 2 months. So we may be closer than what we're thinking. Antibody testing may tell us more about this. We'll continue to keep an eye on this and so many of our other good news stories. And as always, let us know if you have stories from your communities that you haven't heard featured on the news about coronavirus, recovery, and so much more. We'd be happy to share it with everyone else. Thanks, guys, and we'll be back soon with the good news.